So we're going to go ahead and find out together. Of course, I'll have this one linked down below so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. First things first, we got some hardware right here. Of course, Kizer always including additional hardware. And oh man, it looks like we are dealing with the big boy right here, ladies and gentlemen. Holy macaroni. This thing it's got quite the size for sure. Let's see, we got paperwork, we got a wiping cloth, and a Kizer sticker right there. So pretty standard unboxing there as far as that goes. But I know you're just as excited as I am here to check this thing out. And holy macaroni. Listen, for the people who are always like, Miguel, where the big knives at? Where the big knives at, Miguel? Yeah, this one is for you guys. This thing is insane. Yeah, we're obviously dealing here with quite the size of knife, no doubt about it. Looks like we got green G10 on the outside. We have stainless steel liners here. Proud liner sandwich construction with 3 standoffs. Not 1, not 2, but 3 standoffs. We got the back flipper right here. It doesn't have any jimping, but it's definitely quite significant here outside of the handle. So you definitely have a lot of real estate there to deploy. And captive pivot. Looks like we don't have a reversible pocket clip, but it is deep carry. Check that out. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing deployed. If you're ready, I'm ready. Bam! Oh man. What in the world, ladies and gentlemen? I got my baby hands, and I'm not sure if they're worthy of this chunk of a knife right here. This thing is absolutely insane. We're looking at the Sheepdog XL, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the very popular Kizer Sheepdog. There's so many versions of the Sheepdog, but this one here is the XL. And so based on what Kizer tells me, this one should be available here. By the time you're seeing this video, I'll have it linked down below so you guys can check it out. But man, oh man, check out that sheep's foot, right? Sheepdog, right? Sheep's foot blade. This thing is going to be a liner lock. There we go, Miguel. Get it right. Looks like we can, I mean, the blade is a little bit on the heavy side. Keep that in mind. I can light switch it. Let me see if I can push button it. I can do that too. I like how the blade has enough weight where it just drops shut like that. Absolutely digging that part. Check that out. Oof, that is nice. And being a sheep's foot blade and all, we got a flat grind here. This one's all blacked out, which is a nice touch. We have D2 steel on this particular one here. And as a liner lock, we are looking at, what is that, like 20%, right? 20% or so on the lockup right there. We can see the D10 ball. That's looking good. And good access from the show side. Easy to disengage, right? Very nice and easy to, disengage that liner lock right there. And my absolutely favorite part, how drop shotty it is. Holy smokes, guys. Another thing I'm really digging about the G10 here, nice and contouring all around. We got these oval looking, right, pill shaped looking milling on the G10. I like that, very iconic. You've seen that in many other sheepdog models before. But yeah, we're talking about quite a chunk of knife here. Of course, the ergos are going to be pretty good. I have average size hands. Not the biggest, not the smallest, but there's handle here for days. With this flipper tab, I wouldn't necessarily forward choke because it doesn't feel the most natural. So that flipper is going to function as a finger guard. All other fingers follow suit. And I got a full purchase right here with quite a bit of handle right left to go. So if you got big old bear paws, right, this one is absolutely for you. This little belly right here also kind of feels the hand pretty well. We got tons of jimping here on the handle and liners, also on the blade, right, to be nice and lock and loaded right there. A little bit of jimping back here also. So definitely lots of grip. Not to mention the G10 itself is pretty grippy. Miguel, can you speak? There we go. Grippy as it is by default, so that's already feeling pretty good there. And I barely feel the pocket clip. This pocket clip is done so well. It sits nice and flush here, doesn't necessarily protrude out too much. And this bill right here is kind of shallow, so yeah, I can squeeze on this thing hard all day. I'm going to give it a good 9.5 out of 10 right there, if you ask me. But yeah, this thing is pretty insane, right, to say the least. Let's go ahead and give you some quick measurements here. This one's coming in over 9 inches. Right, 9 inches and a quarter, so 9.25. That blade is going to be 4 inches with a 3.75 cutting path and a handle of 5, a little bit over 5 and a quarter, right, like 5.3 or so on the handle. But yeah, quite the size there for sure. Quick check on the blade stock thickness here is coming in at, believe it or not, 0.12. So even though it's a big knife, it's still pretty much on average there with the blade thickness. .12 is the average in the channel, and as far as the handle, it's a little bit thicker than the average .5 in the channel, so that's not bad. It makes sense, it being a bigger knife and all. So it should be pretty slicey. And a quick weight check right here, right? Obviously this one's gonna have quite some size to it. And you know, the person carrying EDC in this knife obviously knows exactly what they signed up for. So they want the extra size, the extra girth, right? The extra blade and whatnot. So I'm thinking somewhere around 5. Gotta be 5, or between 5 and 6 ounces. Here we go. How about way off, Miguel? Like you need to calibrate your scale for something this crazy. 8.2 ounces. My hand scale needs some work. 231 grams to be exact. 8.2 ounces. That is insane. But hey, you know, that's obviously what you want, right? When you get a knife like this one. And honestly, it's not a bad trade-off for quite a chunk of knife like this one. Obviously, you can do utility cuts and draw cuts with this one all day. You can do some tabletop chopping, cutting, and whatnot. Definitely has that going for it. But, you know, we have to do some size comparisons here because, yeah, this thing is absolutely insane. We'll go ahead and do the typical ones here in the channel. And then I have two very special ones here at the end to share with you guys. But yeah, they're making the Microtech MSI and Stitch look a little bit smaller when typically these are some of the largest, you know, longest knives that I typically share here during the size comparison on my videos. But yeah, you can see this Sheepdog XL definitely excels, right, at the size, right, pun intended. But let's of course do a few more. There's a PM2, Para 3, right? PM2 looks like a Para 3, Para 3 looks like a Delica or something, right? Obviously they're much smaller. This thing is on a whole different category. Here's the Demko AD 20.5 and the Kunwu Chad. You can clearly see for yourself there what's going on. And on the budget end of things, we got the Civivi Vision FG. We got the Kizer Militaw, right? Those are going to be way shorter, right? Not a small knife. These are large knives, but this guy's on the extra large category, so it makes sense that it absolutely dwarfs those other two. And a few more here. We got the Vosteed Porcupine. This is the CJRB Pyrite Light. Right, hopefully those give you more or less a ballpark where this one lands size-wise. But of course, I promise you something somewhat comparable. So here's the Tenable Bombur, right? That is a Midgard's Messer design. And even so, that one's coming in a little bit shorter. And here we have the Artisan Cutlery Proponent. This one's also insane. And kind of gives it a good run for their money. But I'm telling you, that Sheepdog XL is no joke, right? Take a look at that. That is crazy. And of course, I got links to all these knives if you guys want to check them out, right? They're all linked down below. So you can check prices, availability, and variants. But just like that favorite commercial of yours, I'm going to come in here and say, but wait, there's more, right? There's this other one here, this other box they sent along, and I'm feeling kind of a similar way, so I'm willing to bet this one is yet another variant of this guy. And lo and behold, I am not wrong, right? Let's check this other one here out, shall we? Here we go, guys. You have options. You absolutely have options. So you got the black and green going on right here. We'll leave that guy at the top. And then we have this, it looks like burlap micarta on this one. And we have a satin finish blade. Love the gold pivot on this one as compared to the silver pivot on the one we were just looking at. We have stainless steel, not blacked out liners on this one as compared to, you know, all the hardware and standouts and liners being blacked out on this version. So here we go. If you're ready, I'm ready. Bam, right? Yeah, maybe this satin version speaks to you a little bit more. I know for sure it speaks to me a little bit more as well. And guess what, right? If you don't like D2, that's okay. Some people love D2. I like D2. But if you don't like D2, guess what? This one is 14C 28N steel. It is a more corrosion resistant steel. So that's why we can have it on this nice satin finish going on here. Oh man, that is an absolute looker. You take this thing out, you better do some explaining, right? If you take this out of your pocket in front of someone who's not a knife guy, they're gonna have some questions. They're gonna be like, what have you been up to? So then of course you have the wonderful opportunity of educating them and be like, okay, well listen, let me tell you a thing or two about knives. Did you know, right? And then go from there. But yeah, these are absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. I think we need to bring back these two again, right? Check them out right there, all four of them. These Sheepdog XLs are no joke, guys, no joke. I think for right now, it might be perhaps the biggest folding knife that we have featured in this channel. And that is quite the quite the big achievement right there. It wouldn't necessarily be the biggest fixed blade. That title goes to the Kizer Drop Bear Fix 7. This thing is absolutely insane. It's a tank Titanic of a fixed blade. Check out that upload if you haven't already. So this one takes the cake on the fixed blade front. But as far as folding knives in this channel, we got the Sheepdog XL now as the new largest folding knife. So, well, there you guys have it. These are the Kizer Sheepdog XL variants. I believe there are maybe some other variants as well, but at least you got a chance to see two of them here in this video. Again, rate how sharp these are, factory edge out of the box, right? Rate that performance you just saw. 10 being the sharpest, you all let me know. And I'll also leave a card for these other two right here as well, left and right hand side of the video, so you can check them out if you want to. The Artisan Cutlery Proponent and the Tenable Bombur as well. Some other large folder options out there, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Sheepdog XL. What are your thoughts on it? What do you like about it, love about it? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's hang out in the comment section down there. And of course, I'll have these knives and every other knife you saw in this video linked down below, so you guys can check out prices, availability, and variants. Those help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.